Hey guys, my name's Stevie and welcome to another mobility session. Today it's all about hips and trying to open them up. Okay, this specific mobility session is about 15 minutes long. It's going to be great for if you're going to do a squat session or anything that involves squats, but it can also be done during the day as a standalone. So if you're just feeling a bit tight, sitting down at your desk or whatnot, you can do this session and hopefully help open up your hips. Okay, what else? You may need to, you might have a mat already, but you might want to grab a pillow or something like that. So say if we're doing anything that involves being on our knees or anything like that and it just feels uncomfortable, pop something underneath there and it will obviously help. Okay, so let's get started just by doing a deep squat. And if you've got a mirror, great. If not, no dramas, no worries at all. But what I'm going to get you to do is we're going to check our mobility now. So while we're sort of cold, I'm going to get down into a deep squat. I want to stay loaded for now. I'm going to open my chest up, and the way to do this is getting your arms and pushing and opening up your hips. So if I show you from the side on, I'm quite tight today, so as you can see, if I go any lower, start to lose that, what we call that neutral spine. So this is probably a good one for me right now. Don't have to hold it there for long, and then we're just going to come down and we're going to start our first exercise. So, first exercise is going to be a dynamic frog or tactical frog or whatever you want to call it. There's loads of different names for it. So I'm going to have my knees quite wide and you can see they're over my hips. Okay, and then I'm going to put the inside of my foot flat. Okay, so you can see here. Now in this position, again, if this is a bit uncomfortable for you, you can grab like the mat and put it in half, or you can bring your knees in just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards and then forwards. So just driving the hips back, driving the hips forward. Some people, the range for you might only be this, and that's cool. Don't worry about it too much. Just trying to, where I should be feeling it is inside here. Okay, maybe even into the glute a little bit sometimes, but not really too much. And also in the front of the thighs. I don't want to be feeling it inside the knee joints, which is why I may need to adjust my knees accordingly. We're going to do this for about another 2 minutes. Okay, so really want you to focus. You can have a little pause each time if you want. Don't have to be going through this really quick. Remember, this is just a mobility session, right? So the aim of the game isn't always necessarily to go super quick, it's just to really get into those joints. This feels really good when I come forward for sure. Gets into my lower back just a touch. Abs nice and tight. That was just a heavy breath, wasn't it? But just take it breathing nice and slow. So you're halfway through, want to get a little bit lower. Ooh, that definitely feels tight. Got about another minute to go now, guys. Should be getting a little bit easier, I'm hoping. Here's for me, slightly. So we've got about just over 30 seconds to go. So maybe 3 or 4 of these. Last few seconds, so just do one more. Awesome, and relax. So we're going to sit down onto our bum now. Just for a second, just going to bring your feet out, I'll bring them this way for you, and just do this, and just, as Taylor Swift would say, shake it off, shake it off. No, I'm not a fan. So now we're going to go into a kneeling lunge. So for this, we're just going to go onto your knee, so your right knee, and left foot comes forward. So 90 degrees is good. You don't have to overthink it too much. The hands are going to go up, and then we're going to pulse forward through the hips for 10. So 2, 3, keeping the abs nice and strong. I want to feel there's too much in the lower back. Don't worry if that knee goes forward. 2, 1. Staying with this lunge now, stay forward now. We're gonna rotate in. So you can place your hand on top of each other, not too bothered. You're gonna rotate in for 10. Trying to keep that front foot planted. Nice, staying in this position still. If I've got my left foot forward, my right hand goes up, and we just try and reach to the ceiling for 10 pulses. 8, 9, 10, awesome, let's swap sides. So right foot forward again, 90-90 is good. I'm just gonna go for 10. 9, 10, and then across. 1, 2, 3. Really rotate into it, abs strong again. 9, 10, left hand up and over. 10, awesome, and relax, place your hand down. Now we're gonna go into what's called a moving butterfly. So you will need to sit on your bum. And again, it feels good to do that and shake it off a little bit. Bring your feet together. Now you might wanna come to the front of your mat. Feet together here, knees out. Now from here, you're going to place your hands behind you, a little bit further than your butt. Now here what you're going to do is trying to sit back with your hips. So here, I'm going to sit backwards and go like so. So you can see that all I've done really is sit my bum back, keep my feet exactly where they are, and just straighten my legs out. Now I want to go back, feet together, knees out, sit down. Quite a lot of weight on your hands at times. So if it feels too much at one point, that's cool. You can just shake it off a little bit and wait a bit. So do this for about another minute. Take a little bit of a pause each time. Try and keep that chest up. Just placed my hands a little bit further forward maybe. That one was a bit difficult. About 20 seconds to go. Last couple. And then relax. So I'm going to go into windscreen wipers now. I'm going to make the mat sideways. You don't need to do that. It's just so you can see me a little bit clearer. So keeping that chest up. We're going to put your feet together, knees together, feet a little bit wider. I'm going to go across now. You see my knees. If this doesn't go all the way down, it always goes to here, that's cool. Don't worry about it, work with what you got. I'm going to rotate, hands up, and then try and rotate across to the other side. If that's too difficult for you, no worries. Just place your hands behind your back and just go through like so. Trying to get, let's say, as minimal amount of movement through the hips as possible. Obviously, we want to get movement through the hips, but I mean, I don't want to see these come too way across side to side each time and not really getting the effect that we want to get. So nice and slow. About 40 seconds to go. Last few. We're going to stay with these windscreen wipers though, and we're going to go into some or add, should I say, a hip extension. So from here, when you come across, all you're going to do is then go up. So then you rotate across, and then you just sit up, squeeze your bum at the top. So again, you can use your hands, if that feels more comfortable, to help you get up and squeeze your bum, or you can try without. So we're just trying to go through this nice and slowly to start, and then we'll add a bit more speed at the end, because we're coming towards the end of the session. Really squeeze that bum at the top. Feel like you're really opening up the hips, so it's not necessarily about a thrust forward, it's really trying to extend the body up and out, so elongating a little bit. So you've got about 2 minutes to go. Yeah, this might seem like a long time to be doing this, but it's a really, really good movement. So now, for the last 90 seconds or so, we're going to speed up in the second part. So I'll come down slow, but from here, boom, boom, boom. So really accelerate, I don't know why I said boom, 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 I just did. But really accelerate down as you twist the knees to one side, and then you accelerate up. Got about a minute to go, team. Last 30 seconds or so. I like to have a little bit of a pause at the top. It helps feel like I can get a little bit more into the glutes. Last few seconds. We'll do one more either side. Awesome. And it's come down. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now is just test the squat. So at the beginning, you should have had a position or at least a depth where we could get to without our back starting to roll or losing that neutral spine. So if I'm going to come up, I'm going to come down into a deeper squat. Now already, I can feel like I'm a lot deeper in that squat. Okay, before I think I was probably about here, so I'm already a lot deeper and I've still got that good neutral spine. Whew. Awesome. So don't forget to join the Efficient Fitness Squad community down below by clicking the link. Join any of the social medias. Any questions, feedback for this specific session, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow or the next time we do a session together. Bye.